Attention. Please post your colors. Please stand for the presentation of colors by American Legion Post 221.
Hey! Prepare to post. Post. Present. Post. Forward in order. Halt. Right. Peace. Forward. Halt.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming? Whose stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free?
Please join me in the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good evening. At this time, everyone can take a seat. Hopefully it's not too wet. My name is Paul Sorvino, and I am extremely humbled and proud to serve as the superintendent of this great school district of the Massillon City Schools. I'd like to thank everyone that made it a special point to be with us tonight. There are several distinguished guests, and I can tell you all, those that know me that are in the crowd, that is an intimidating group to be joining. But we are so humbled to have with us American Legion Post 221, our WHS Advanced Choir, our Tiger Swing Band members, the Honorable Eddie J. Elam, Major General Robert Haas, U.S. Army and Korean War veteran, Lieutenant Colonel Jeffrey Watkins, Ohio Army National Guard, currently the Brigade Administrative Officer for the 73rd Troop Command in Columbus. The Honorable Richard T. Kettler, retired and U.S. Air Force pilot and Vietnam veteran. Mr. Pete Lupiba, a former Navy and currently State Commissioner of the Military Interstate Children's Compact Commission. Our friends and members of the Rolling Thunder that made the trip, thank you. All of those that are serving and have served in the Army, Marines, Navy, and Air Force. Anybody in the crowd, if you could please stand at this time. And Coast Guard. Thank you, and God bless you for your service. I'd like to thank Mayor Kathy Catazaro Perry for coming. We have a school board member, Mr. John Packley. Ms. Deanne Williams, Executive Director of the Stark County Veterans Service Commission. Special thanks for Hussey Seating Company for the donation of this fantastic chair that will be unveiled. And our friends at Massillon Plaque for donating the honor plaque that you will see shortly. 14 months ago, approximately, a journey started in the office at Washington High School where I had the privilege to meet with Mr. Chip Merkel and our fantastic and oh so often glue that has held this high school together for so many years, Mrs. Renee Parr. We started our mission to receive a Purple Star Award as a high school, and it was something that I was very passionate about, with honoring families of the military and showing an appreciation to those and doing things that we could do throughout our lives as school personnel for our kids of military families. And what a 12 to 14 months it has been. As many of you know, the year ended and I left the helm of being our high school principal and became our superintendent, and Renee never dropped that baton. And with the bringing on of Mr. Lautenschlager, our high school principal, they worked extremely diligently as a school, putting out great information, working diligently with representatives from the Ohio Department of Education to receive that award, and then take it a step further, which is why we're here today, to honor those with the ultimate sacrifice. I am certain that not everybody is, or probably no one is here to hear me, and I will sum up with my final comment, and it's the Massillon City Schools will never forget. Thank you for those that have served. God bless you. God bless America. Go Tigers. I will now bring up the Honorable Judge Eddie J. Elam.
Thank you, Mr. Sorvino. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, as you entered Paul Brown Tiger Stadium this evening, you may have noticed a table at the front and to my left, to your right. This table is reserved to honor our missing loved ones. The empty places represent our armed forces personnel still missing from our ranks. They are referred to as POWs and MIAs. This honor ceremony this evening symbolizes that they are with us here in spirit. I have the honor and privilege to explain the meaning of the items on this special table. The round table shows our concern for them is never ending. The white tablecloth represents the purity of their response to our country call of arms. The empty chair depicts an unknown face, representing no specific soldier, sailor, airman, or Marine, but all who are not here with us. The black napkin stands for the emptiness these warriors have left in their hearts of their families and friends. The single red rose, displayed in a vase, reminds us of their families and loved ones. The vase is tied with a red ribbon that represents the love of our country, which inspired them to answer the nation's call. The yellow candle in its ribbon symbolizes the everlasting hope for a joyous reunion with those yet accounted for. A slice of lemon on the bread plate is to remind us of the bitter fate of those captured and missing in a foreign land. A pinch of salt represents the tears of their families. The inverted glass reminds us that our distinguished comrades cannot be with us to drink a toast. Let us remember the United States Army. Let us remember the United States Marine Corps. Let us remember the United States Navy. Let us remember the United States Air Force. Let us remember the United States Coast Guard. Let us honor our American POW MIAs and to the success of our efforts to account for them. At this time, we will dedicate, as a community, as the students of Massillon Washington High School, its alumni, its educators, and you who are present tonight, a seat in the Paul Brown Tiger Stadium. And to do the honors, at this time, we have Major General Robert Hawes, United States Army and Korean War vet, who will unveil the chair. And in the words of General and President Dwight D. Eisenhower, history does not entrust the care of freedom to the weak and timid. General Hawes. Thank you very much, General. This memorial seat that has been placed in Paul Brown Tiger Stadium will remain here on the 50-yard line for eternity, to also represent all the graduates of Massillon Washington High School who answered the call to arms. At this time, please welcome Lieutenant Colonel Jeffrey Watkins of the Ohio Army National Guard.
Good evening, Massillon County. Come on, we can do better than that. Good evening. All right, that's very beautiful. Good evening, Board of Education, Massillon School District, Washington High School administrators, fellow servicemen and women, veterans. Can we have another round of applause for our veterans? Family members and friends. My name is Lieutenant Colonel Jeff Watkins, and on behalf of Major General John Harris and the Ohio National Guard, I'd like to say thank you for allowing me to be a part of this tremendous and special event. So in collaboration with the Ohio Department of Veterans Services and the Ohio National Guard, the Ohio Department of Education designates schools that support military families and districts with the Purple Star Award. With thousands of schools in the Buckeye State, as of Memorial Day 2019, there are only 183 Purple Star schools. So this is a tremendous day. There are requirements that go along with getting this Purple Star. You have to identify a military-connected youth in your schools. Schools must have a staff point of contact for military students. Maintain a dedicated page on your website featuring resources for military families. And schools host a military recognition event that demonstrates a military-friendly culture. The Purple Star is a tremendous award, and it's a tremendous honor that is reflective of the incredible support that this community gives to provide to our military-connected families. You should be extremely proud of everyone involved in these successful relationships between schools and their military communities. Understanding the unique needs and challenges that these students face in education is crucial, and having the resources available for them is what is very essential to us. So I'm happy to be here today to say that Washington High School has fulfilled all of these requirements and done a great job of doing so, and looking forward to coming back to this school in 2 years when they reapply for this award. There are almost 900,000 veterans and members of the military in Ohio. 900,000. Ohio has the 6th largest veteran population in the country, and this award is just one way to say thank you. Thank you for all your hard work, your dedication, and your loyalty to your community. Military youth feel that they are alone in dealing with circumstances. They have deployments. They keep moving back and forth to other schools and states, and the stress put on their parents from the demands of the military. From an academic standpoint, when military youth don't get the support they need, they run the risk of declining grades, changes in behavior, attendance, and conflict with friends. Your support is very valuable to that military youth and to the community overall. And again, I want to say thank you for this special day and the emphasis that your community has put on the military. Congratulations, Tigers. You've done a great job. Thank you very much. I'd like to bring Mr. Pete Lupiba, the State Commissioner of the MIC3.
Good evening. Just think, each of you can say you were here on this day, right, General? With the rain, but I take it with the freedom. With the clouds, I take it with the liberty. And with the wind, and I take it with our democracy. So the MIC3, the MIC3, is a state law, and I have 49 other counterparts, along with the DC Commissioner, and we enforce these laws to make sure the children of active duty families never fall behind, as on average 6 to 9 times they will be moving from base to base, state to state, school to school. So that's my role, and I'm honored to do that. I feel like I'm continuing my service from when I enlisted in the United States Navy. And speaking of enlistment, I think we haven't recognized those folks that are here that are going to be leaving for boot camp and joining the great tradition of the United States Armed Forces. So will those young men and women please stand and let all of us recognize you. Semper Fi. And I see some of you dry up under that roof. Wait till you get to boot camp. You see that, Colonel? They couldn't even come a little bit down. Good luck. Godspeed to each of you. So 2 years ago, when we set out as educators and veterans on what a military family-friendly school and community looks like, we said, what is that sincere criteria? And we came together and we launched the Purple Star Award at the National Museum of the Air Force in Dayton in April, month of the military child, 2017. And we have some Purple Star liaisons here with us. In fact, the first Purple Star Award given to Hamilton Township High School, who's a native from Massillon, Corey O'Brien, a two-time combat tour veteran here. Is Corey? I saw him earlier. Corey, please stand and be recognized. Corey O'Brien, the first Purple Star Award in the state of Ohio, and therefore the United States. As the Colonel said, other states are replicating this Ohio award. So now Massillon, Washington High School is part of a national network. So on behalf of the state of Ohio, on behalf of POWs and MIAs and those who serve in uniform and that are about to serve this great tradition, I'm honored to present the Purple Star Award to Washington High School here in Massillon today. So if Mr. Launschlager, Mr. Sorvino, and Assistant Principal Parr join me. And as ex-Navy, it would be rude not to involve the Army. So Lieutenant Colonel, you mind joining me? Because we did this together, the Ohio National Guard and the Ohio Department of Education. So again, congratulations, Tigers.
At this time, the Massillon Tigers Swing Band squad leaders will play the service song Medley. Those that have served and are currently serving, please stand and remain standing when you hear your service song being played. The United States Navy. The United States Army. The United States Marines. the United States Air Force. This does conclude our service and ceremony for this evening. Thank you for your attendance. Safe travels and God bless.
Very well done. Yes, sir. Thank you.